Good morning, students. Subject IP for grade plus 2, and here is the last video of Django web framework. So here we are going to see steps to create a basic web application using Django. According to the last two videos, as we discussed about that a user can interact with a web application by making any of the following two requests. It can be HTTP GET request or HTTP POST request. We are using HTTP GET request for sending a URL via client or web browser, and web server makes available the web pages HTML at the given URL after performing the required task. Same for HTTP POST request also. User sends some data, for example, through a form which is saved in a database. Now, a web application can support both the above types of request. Here we are going to create a Django web application. For that needed to perform few steps. First one, determine and create project along with its apps. We know what is project, what is an apps. In our last discussion, these all things are discussed. Step number 2, go for each app of the project, create MTV by determining type of HTTP request, data involved, and HTML code generation, and URL and its mapping. Third one, for the components identified in step 2, for the component identified in step 2, you need to create the following. These are MTV and URLs for HTTP request. And the last one, fourth step is run built-in web server in your project's base directory and test the URLs working. So these are the 4 steps. On the basis of these 4 steps, we can find out, or we can create a basic Django web application framework. So here is first, creating models, view and templates, MVT. So creating model is the first model. Model are the short name of data objects. These models are the short names for any data objects. Models define the structure of applications data. The data defined through models are stored and managed in databases. So what are the syntax? For that syntax we are using, just see here in this example, it will be clear. Class model name, then models dot model. So class model name is product given here. Inside the argument of model, models dot model will come. So here we can see class product models dot model, where product is the name of the model, and rest of all class models dot model, these are the keywords as it is needed to write for data model creation. After that, prod name, prod number, prod name, these all things are coming under the product model. So this syntax is important, that how to create a model. So for that, this syntax is needed to write class model name models dot model, file name, then again file name. These are the file name that we are creating inside a model. For example, here prod name, prod number, prod price, prod prod quantity. These are the name of the file that we are creating inside the product. So this is the syntax for model creation. Product is the model name, product number, product name, product price, product quantity, these are the field name. Along with that, models dot field type, it is written models dot integer field, models dot character field, these all things are written. Next one is about creating templates. A template is responsible for creating layout of HTTP response file. A template can be used to define the structure of any type of file, can be in HTML and other formats. So steps for template creation. First one, in the base directory, create a folder by the name templates. Next, store the desired HTML file which are to be displayed in response to a URL. In this template folder only save that one. And third one, you need to open the settings.py files and add the name your templates folder in the dirs settings under templates. Here we can see in this picture. See, initially there is no any entry in dirs, but after entry your templates created template file is entered there. So this is needed to do for template creation. Next one is view creation. What is view? As we know, a view refers to a function which receives HTTP request and returns the HTTP responses. Views access the data needed to satisfy request via models and formatting the responses to templates. Okay, so this is the next activity, view creation. So for view creation, needed to write one syntax. The views.py file of your app, you need to write view function, one view function for each HTML page you want to render. So here how to write this one? def is the keyword, then view name, then request colon return render function request comma http file name string. For example, here only you can see def first request return render request page1.html. Here first is the name of your view name and page1.html is HTML file name. So by writing this statement we can create view for an app. What is view? A view refers to a function which receives HTTP request and returns the HTTP responses. Who is giving HTTP request? A client or a web browser, and instead of that reverse action from server side HTTP response. So by this statement, def first request return render request comma page1.html. So here first is the name of the view and html1 dot page1.html is the name of HTML string file, and rest of all are keyword. So this is the statement for view creation. For the ever view function, the full name will be views.first. See in the last line what is written. The view functions defined in the views.py have the qualified name as views.view function name. For example, for ever function, the full name will be views.first. The view name will be views.first according to the name of view. Next one is creating URL conf. URL conf means configuration file. What is this URL conf? Means the mapping between URL path to views of Django project are called URL configuration. Mapping between URL path to views of Django project are called URL configuration. Once model templates and views are ready, you need to link all these with URLs through URL configuration. The process of linking URLs and displaying actual templates is also called URL routing. Here, for defining URL configuration, do the following in urls.py file of inner project folder name. As you know, there are two project folder name. First one is main project folder and second one is subfolder. So inside the subfolder urls.py file of inner project folder name needed to do these all things. What are the things needed to do? First, import views.py file of your apps where you want to create the view functions for your app, and the syntax for this is from product import views. Okay, from product import views. Here product is the name of the app and import is the keyword, from is also the keyword, and views is the keyword, and the app name product is given, that is used in our examples. And step number 2, to define URL configuration for your defined views, you need to add following line to URL pattern list in the urls.py file. Path, then first slash views.first. First is the name of our view, in last example we did there. So the mapping between URL path to views of Django project are called URL conf or configuration. And after doing all these things, needed to run and check the project is working or not. Here we will see our project. So these are the 4 steps needed to do, and these all are the part of project work. When you will run, then your project successful, this output screen will be visible. One more step is there, one more work is needed to do, that is these all are the part of project run. Here you can see in point number 9.10, writing dictionary data to CSV and text file. So what is this CSV? CSV stands for comma separated value. Okay, so before using this CSV file needed to import, so for that import CSV module, we are using CSV module, then only we can utilize this one. For writing data, you need to open a file with .csv extension in the write mode or append mode, then only we can write. Here we can see with open data.csv comma a as CSV file. So here with open is the keyword, and we are opening the data file in CSV format. With A stands for append mode. Append mode means where we can do a kind of change also. Read, write and append. Read, write and append. Write write means we can write a new, and append means we can add in any existing file. So there are 3 permissions: read, write and append permission. So here in this file, data is a pre-existing file, and here we are using this CSV format to open this one. So this much only discuss in the syllabus, that is that how to open a file and what is the CSV format, and apart from that is not coming in your is not important from your examination points of view. So just needed to know this only. And after that one example given here, practically assigning get and post request. One example is given in your book. Go through the book, all the previous steps of what we did here, it is given with the help of one example. So after that I given here few notes, that the in short how we can revise all these things written in Django portion. So this is the end of the Django chapter. Just go through the video again and revise from starting to all 3 Django videos. That's all for this chapter. Have a good day. Thank you.